Journalist covering Portland clashes says she was attacked by alleged Antifa protesters. Portland Police Association President Daryl Turner joins to discuss why crime is surging in Portland. An independent journalist says she was attacked by anti-fascist protesters in Portland, where they damaged her property and shot paintballs at her during weekend unrest, according to reports and details shared on social media. Marini R. Staub recounted on Twitter how she was attacked by alleged Black Bloc protesters who she described as being anti-fascist during Sunday's opposing rallies. Hundreds of protesters flocked to separate radial left and right-wing rallies in the Oregon city, where they ultimately clashed. To threaten and assault members of the press is not anti-fascist behavior. To do so under the guise of social justice is a disgrace, Staub wrote on Monday. To do so anonymously and from behind is pure cowardice. Photographs and reports from the protests show demonstrators wearing clothing indicative of members of the Proud Boys and Antifa groups, respectively. Staub described in the post how her phone and camera had been damaged during the attack. She also shared video of the alleged attack, which was captured by on-the-ground documentarian Ford Fisher. A van that was driven by anti-fascist protesters is pictured flipped on its side with all windows smashed after it was attacked for trying to drive into a Proud Boys rally Sunday, August 22, 2021, in Portland, Oregon. Fisher described in tweets how Staub had approached a group of anti-fascists to speak with them, and they shot paint and mace at her and threw her on the ground. They then allegedly fired more additional paintballs at Staub and people who identified as press. A spokesperson for the Portland Police Bureau said the office did not have any record of a police report made in this incident, but noted that reports had to be transcribed and therefore took time to show up in the Bureau's system. No arrests were made during Sunday's protests and counter-protests, police said. The plans for the opposing demonstrations had prompted Portland police to call in all available police personnel. In addition to paintballs, protesters shot off fireworks and similar devices. Portland Police Chief Chuck Lovell said Friday that despite expecting clashes, police would not necessarily be standing in between opposing groups. Speaking in a video shared to Twitter on Tuesday, Lovell described that there were some confrontations between the groups who physically challenged each other. He said there were no large-scale acts of violence or property destruction. Similar events in Portland between groups with differing political ideations or affiliations have resulted in violent clashes. Sunday's event fell on the one-year anniversary of a particularly violent political clash in which the opposing groups brawled on the street next to police headquarters for hours, the Associated Press contributed to this report.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.